Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so with the release of the download celebration events earlier today, we do have another selection of the PORUNGA Dragon Balls. So this is set to go on over the next 3 weeks during the course of the download celebration. As always, I mean, if this is your first time doing one of these campaigns, then obviously this will be new to you, but otherwise you'll be very familiar with this system. So during the campaign period, there are 7 Dragon Balls to collect. Each day a new Dragon Ball becomes available with a hint provided on how to obtain it. Once released, all Dragon Balls remain available until the end of the campaign. So even if you miss a bunch of them early on, you're still going to be able to get them later. If you miss like a couple of days playing, it's actually quite easy to come on later on, do a couple of things and just literally see multiple of these Dragon Balls come up at the same time. So after you collect all 7 of the one particular set, you can summon Porunga to ask him to grant 3 wishes. So obviously if you get like 6 of set 1 and then 1 of set 2, that obviously doesn't count. You have to get like all of them. In fact, I don't think it even lets you get one from set 2 until you finished set 1. So if you come onto it later on and there are any that you've missed, make sure you go back and get those in the actual order that they released. So obviously it's day 1, so only 1 is available. There's always a hint which is a little bit cryptic. So witness the battle between the ruler of the universe and the warrior race. So what this is clear 1 stage of Legend of the Super Saiyan or Emperor's Intentions on any difficulty. So this is the new story event that came out. If you go into your events tab under the main menu and then go to story, I believe, the game is still super laggy at the time of recording, but yeah, there's the 2 new story events, Ruler of the Universe and the Warrior Race. There's 2 separate ones. One has well, they both have Goku and Frieza, but they have different banner art. You just have to do 1 stage from either of those to get the first Dragon Ball. So that one is available right now. So tomorrow's one, we don't know what the hints are, but obviously as you can see here, we have all the information for how to get all of the Dragon Balls. Which, I mean, that's more important, right? Because sometimes in the past the hints have been really weird and not super easy to decipher. So tomorrow's one is perform a Z awakening. Notice this is just a normal Z awakening, not like extreme Z awakening. This is literally just the thing where you use like the Gregory and Kai medals to awaken like an SSR to a UR. So those of you who are farming up Zarbon and stuff like that, that's going to be super easy. Then the third one for day 3, the 28th, is consume at least 77 stamina. So with all the new events that are out and things to farm and stuff, that's obviously not going to be too difficult either. Then number 4 on the 29th is equip a skill orb. So obviously this one is one you want to think about a little bit more, or you could just throw like a random bronze one onto any unit if you really want to get it out of the way. But of course remember that we are now able to get EX skill orbs from that Journey to Planet Namek event, so technically you could just throw one of those on somebody and then take it off in theory. So then for the next one on the 30th, we have collect at least 7 int key spheres and clear a stage. So this is another super easy one. You can just take an int orb changing item into any event. You could take it into any of the daily events that you're doing and just use it in there, because 7 int key spheres, I mean, it's only throughout the whole event, right? So even if you pick up a couple per character, you might even be lucky enough to not have to use an orb changing item to do it. So then for number 6 on the 31st, we have clear a stage with a team made up of characters from the same type. So just throw a team together that's like all STR or all AGL or something like that. Very, very easy. And then for the final one for set 1, clear a stage of a team made up of only fusion characters. That's kind of an interesting one to be one of the missions for a Namek Saga celebration, a team of fusion characters, but there you go. So hopefully you're actually able to do this one with your box. There are quite a few farmable fusion characters if you're like desperately missing like a full team, and so then that will be set 1. That will allow you to make your first set of wishes. We'll talk about the wishes at the end. So set 2 that will start on the following week. The first Dragon Ball will be 2nd of September. Clear a stage with any team made up of only Ginyu Force category members. So obviously the Ginyu Force units are getting their easy A's at the moment. Only Raccoon and Guldo. I forgot his name for a second there. God Guldo, how could I? Only those two are available at the moment, but if you just run any stage using the full Ginyu Force team, that one gets that done. The second one on the 3rd of September is use a support memory. There's a couple of new farmable support memories at the moment anyway, and those events have a mission that requires you to use them to complete it. So at some point, once you have farmed those up, that'll be nice and easy. Plus, a lot of the support memories that are already in the game, a lot of them just activate on turn 1. So this is obviously a super easy one to do in pretty much any event. Then the third one on the 4th of September is collect at least 7 AGL key spheres and clear the stage. So again, just like the Imp one, just bring an orb changing item or orb changing units. In theory, you could even try doing this on like the punching bag stage or something, because you want to bring orb changing units in there. The fourth one on the 5th of September, clear a stage within 1 minute. So I would even, like, if you were struggling to do this, I would say just go do something like the training in the clouds or something, which is, you know, that whole event takes like 30 seconds to do. The fifth one on the 6th of September, perform a friend summon. Obviously straightforward. If you're low on friend points, you can literally just do a single and that will count. And then the 6th one on the 7th of September is purchase goods at the barbershop with trade points. I mean, that's a daily mission every day. And I feel like that's one of the dailies that you should be doing every day, because there's always a bunch of stuff in the barbershop that is going to be super useful. So that's another easy one to do. And then the final one for set 2, which will be on the 8th of September, is clear a stage with a team made up of only fusion category characters. Wait, that's the same as the previous one. That's interesting. I wonder if that one's actually correct. I'll come back and update this video with like a pinned comment or something if that is correct, because it seems odd to me that it's the same for both. But, I mean, it could be. It just seems very weird that it would be the same one. But that would then be set 2 completed. And then set 3, which will become available on the 9th of September. The first one is recruit Clever and Rational Staff Zarbon, which is a free-to-play Zarbon. I'm assuming this is retroactive if you've already got him, because considering this doesn't start for like 2 weeks, and most people will have probably farmed him up on day 1, he potentially is going to awaken in part 2. So I wonder if this will be one of those ones where if you've already got him, you either get it straight away, or maybe you just have to go into an event and use him or something. But even if it's not retroactive, you can always just go into that story stage and get like 1 more copy to drop, and then that gives you it. The second one on the 10th is Dokkan awaken a character. So again, depending on when they awaken that Zarbon, you can potentially just get that from doing that. The third one on the 11th of September, level up a character's super attack, nice and easy. The fourth one on the 12th is clear a stage using the support item Frog. So it's been a while since I've used the Frog. Is it an orb changing item? Changes int key spheres to tech and recovers 70% HP. So go ahead and use one of those. I imagine it's probably farmable from one of the story events that's up at the moment. The fifth one on the 13th is clear a stage with a team that includes allies of 5 types, so bring 1 unit of every typing. Obviously you can do some of these at the same time, like if you wanted to do the full Ginyu Force team or the full Fusion team one. Very easy to just mix and match those typings. And then the 6th one on the 14th, level up a character's Link skill. So this would actually be very easy if you just go into like 23-8 is the stage that everybody uses. Because you can obviously get multiple Link level ups in one run. But if you wanted to do this really easily, you could just go into any of the later quest stages that cost 23 stamina and just bring a whole bunch of units that only have full level 1 links, and you're pretty much guaranteed that one of them is going to level up, and then you'll be able to do that. And then the final one on the 15th is tap the special banner on the home screen. Normally what happens when they do this one is on the day, the banner at the very bottom that scrolls along when you're on the home that shows all the banners and the events and stuff like that, there'll be one that just looks like a big Dragon Ball, and you just click on that and then that gets you the final one. So that's all 3 sets of the Dragon Balls. Every time you collect one of the sets, you get to make 3 choices out of this list. In terms of which ones are the best, orbs is probably always like the number 1, because orbs are always super useful. And then it kind of depends on your box, because like support items, if you're somebody that struggles to get through things like Super Battle Road and you've still got a ton of them to do, obviously having loads of extra like Whis, Ghost Ushers, Princess Snake is obviously going to be very, very useful. 777 green gems, I mean, if you farm links at all, you know you're not really ever going to need any of them anymore. Keys I personally never use, So the meat items is a pretty good choice because, you know, a bunch of extra stamina means you can keep farming different events, keep link leveling, all that stuff without having to use stones on stamina. So the meat items is definitely a good choice. Kai's is a pretty decent choice as well, because obviously tons of new units coming out and easy A's and all that stuff all the time, so having extra Kai's is nice. I don't know if the 7 tickets for the ticket banner is all that great, because that gives you one of the 7 unit multis, which could potentially just be all SRs, so I don't know, that kind of feels like a waste. But then at the same time, you could be one of those people that does like a 7 ticket multi and pulls an LR, so those ones are definitely more of a gamble, I would say, for me. And then the Awakening medals, I think these are pointless because all of this stuff is so easily farmable. So I think for me, all 3 times, I'm probably going to pick the Kai's, the Orbs, and the Stamina items. But let me know down below what you will be picking for your wishes. So there you go, that's how you collect all of the Porunga Dragon Balls across all of the download celebration. If any of this changes or any of it's updated, like that, those 2 that have the same fusion mission, I will put an update in the pinned comment to let you know. And yeah, hopefully going to be nice and easy. Let me know what you're going to pick with your wishes down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.